So DJI just dropped their brand new drone, the Avata 360. And this isn't just another drone. It's an 8K panoramic flagship that changes the rules of aerial cinematography. I mean, just imagine flying your drone and not having to worry about if something's in the shot or not because it captures everything. Well, on this video today, we're gonna be breaking down the features that make this the literal director in the sky. Like imaging, tracking, the amazing touch control, and all the ways the other drones limit you. Because with this one, you can be limitless.
MrBlack.
And welcome to the channel. If you like gadgets, gear, and the latest in futuristic tech that you probably didn't know exist, well, you came to the right place. Hit that subscribe button and also that one right there, and I'll put links to everything down in the description. Now, DJI did send this to me so that I can take my time, set it all up, fly it a bunch of times, figure out exactly how it works, and get some really cool shots and share those shots and my experiences with you guys. And also stay tuned to this channel because this is gonna be one of many videos. There's so much going on here that I kind of wanna just give you some of my favorite things on this video, but then I wanna dive in deeper on some of these tracking features on some future videos. It's a lot of fun to play around with, and I'm really excited about it. I know in this drone market, there's a lot of naysayers out there that are just gonna be negative, but this is actually very impressive. This is something that just kind of changes the game on flying a drone. But let's talk about the breakout feature, a 1-inch sensor capable of 8K 60 frames per second HDR video. Most 360 cameras look terrible when you scale in, when you zoom in, but the Avata 360, even after you crop in the image in post-production, you still have usable, crisp 1080p resolution. It also snaps massive 120 megapixel true spherical panoramic photos in an instant. As far as the build of it goes, yes, this is bigger than the Avata 2. It is actually a little bit slimmer, but it is bigger in size. But this isn't just an FPV drone. This is something way different. It's about 81 decibels, so it's kind of quiet. And then when you put it in sport mode, man, you just can rocket this thing. You have your dual cameras on here that as soon as it launches up, it actually flips it into 360 mode. However, you can fly it in single lens mode if you want to just fly it like a regular drone, shooting at 4K 60 frames per second HDR flat video. What's cool about this is you look at the footage and you think, man, that is so stable. Like, it's a gimbal on there, but it's not a gimbal at all. It's just because it's capturing everything in 360, it can stabilize it that way. And then when it's in 360 mode and it goes to land, it actually switches back over to single lens mode and then lands like that, so you're not worried about hitting any of those lenses on the ground. It has tracking in spotlight free mode. This is where it gets crazy. You don't need to aim the camera at the subject the whole time. You can actually select them and just fly near them, and it will always keep them in the center of the frame. That way you can just focus on flying the drone and not hitting anything, but you can see down in the corner of your screen the actual shot that you're getting. And with Active Track 360 degrees, this is smarter and faster, supporting FPV style automatic follows and one-click fancy modes like drifting or looking backwards. So if you're following mountain bikers, skiers, Scott Davies on the skateboard, this will change the way you fly and capturing those moments. One of the craziest things is I was flying over water and I was tilting the axis of it. And for some reason, when you fly other drones, this would be moving, but it's not moving. You're just actually moving the camera angle. And you can actually do a whole loop. And it really kind of gives you vertigo because you think you're crashing into water, but you're just flying straight. But the lens is doing a complete 360 around. It is wild. Now, some people might be thinking, 360 footage with drones, that means I gotta edit the footage later, it's gonna take a lot more time. They actually have a one-take workflow. And this is the biggest efficiency boost. So it's one take, multiple angles, because it records everything in 360 degrees. You could choose your camera angles after you fly. One single flight can export as asteroid view or tunnel view, and just a regular aerial shot. So now you don't have to regret missing the shot. You've captured the shot in multiple angles. If you are worried about crashing this high-end drone, well, don't worry. It has omnidirectional obstacle sensing, it has maxed out avoidance that even works in low light. There's forward LiDAR, which allows for immediate braking and obstacle detection, even in pitch black environments. The integrated propeller guards, these are built in, meaning you can confidently fly low and close to people or objects without worrying about crashing it into them or the propellers hurting them. You can get replaceable lenses on this if you're worried about breaking the lens, and you can change those things out. Now with the controller and the built-in screen, it makes it so easy to fly, to get this thing up and running. Man, looks fantastic. You are in awe when you're looking at the screen while you're flying it. It looks so crisp. And it gives you a rock solid transmission of 20 kilometers, which is like 12 miles. And I've definitely tested this thing out flying it far over, and yeah, I go far enough for me. I'm like, that's far enough, and bring it back, but I can still see everything without the transmission shorting out. So why would you want to get this over like the DJI Flip or the Mavic Pro? That's like asking the question, why get a 360 camera when you can just get an action camera? To be able to fly this thing and capture everything and just go back and you can reframe it and you know everything's captured, it's actually really fun to edit, especially using their DJI Studio software. Very simple to use, very simple to export. You can even create little videos out of it and use some templates of theirs. Use the phone app as well. And because it is in 360, you have vertical and landscape right there. You don't have to worry about cropping in to just give you a lower resolution. This actually gives you the right resolution at whatever aspect ratio you want, because again, it's a 360 camera, captures everything. And if you wanted to fly it like an FPV drone, you can still connect it to the goggles and the controller. That way you can fly it that way, but even in a better way, again, capturing everything. Because otherwise with like the Avata 2, you know, you have to keep the camera in frame. You don't know what's on the other side of you. If you're flying some crazy route, this thing, you can fly a safe route, but also when you edit it down, you can look like you're flying without restriction. You can pick whichever direction you want to look. So I'm having a lot of fun with this, and there's still a lot more to test out and share with you guys. So again, stay tuned. This is just the first video kind of highlighting some of my favorite points, but when you deep dive into this, especially with the tracking, we had so much fun testing this thing out and just seeing what it can do, and it's a bit mind-blowing. So I can't wait to share that with you. And if you want to see any more information about it or check out the most current and up-to-date price at your currency, do check out the link in the description. I will put it down there. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. If you want to see some other DJI videos, especially like their 360 video, if you just want to see their Osmo 360, you can check that out right there. It's the same concept, but you know, it's like more of an action camera. Or if you're interested in the Action 6 or any other DJI cool products, I'll put them on the screen. Click one of those and I'll see you next time.